How does one prepare for XAT? Fine. So the elephant in the room quite clearly is the BDM part, fine, business decision making. First of all, I'm going to make an assumption that you've already prepared for CAT. When you prepared for CAT, you've done the cycle of competitive exams, you're thinking about MBA as a part, you've been doing this for a while. What do I do in the last 3.5 weeks for XAT? Elephant in the room, business decision making. The best content for business decision making clearly is previous year questions. Go through them thoroughly, deeply. It is difficult to cull out patterns and threads, but you must try. You can't say, yeah, I'll get some right, some wrong, I'll throw. It doesn't work like that. You have to figure out your method for cracking BDM. So go through content in reasonable detail, go through all previously available sets. That is the elephant in the room. After that, for verbal and quant, you just have to make some adjustments vis-a-vis CAT. For quant, the level of difficulty for XAT is generally more wildly varying. What do I mean by that? There are about 1/3 of questions in XAT that are simpler than a typical CAT question, and a third that are way tougher. Usually, some years XAT will give a paper of all easy questions, all tough questions. That can happen, but typically, if CAT volatility is like this, XAT volatility is like this. Level of difficulty band is broader. Which means if you're thinking about XAT paper, your question selection becomes even more important. There'll be one impossibly tough question followed by 2 freebies. It is super important not to go and grapple with this beautiful, delightful, tough question and say, chuck it, and attempt those 2 simple ones. And so the question selection as a mechanism, as a thought process, as an algorithm in your head just shoots up in terms of importance. Likewise for the verbal section. Verbal, there is going to be some poetry-based reading comprehension. Get to know what that is, get comfortable with it, but it's not rocket science. That is not as wildly different as BDM is. The most important part is BDM. The thing to keep in mind is that question selection becomes more important for both quant and verbal, quant more so. Take a few mocks to get used to the XAT world, and then you should be good to go. Those of you who have not prepared for any competitive exam, and XAT is going to be your first thing, then pick and choose your battles. You simply don't have the luxury of saying in 3 weeks I'll prepare for everything and get ready and geared and do quant, verbal, LR, all of that. You can't do that. So pick and choose your battles, select a few topics in quant, do a lot of BDM. Reading you can read and go with. So your aim should be to nail BDM, do really well in reading, keep your head above water in quant, and waltz into a college. So that's a makeshift strategy. I'm not recommending that someone said 2.5 weeks you can prepare for. This is not a prepare for XAT in 20 days video. Right? So keep your head up. Those of you who have cracked CAT really well, prepare well for XAT. Those of you who have not done CAT well, prepare well for XAT. This is another route to get you a ticket into a same set of excellent colleges. Don't take XAT lightly. Fine. Best wishes for that.